Let me show you how to cut this flower petal on this dress. Hi lovelies, you're welcome to my channel. So I'll be using this paper to cut out before transferring it to my fabric. To cut out the petals, I'll be folding my paper into two, as you can see me do in the video. So the next thing I will do is to measure out 6 inches, which I'll be using for the length of the petal. So after marking out our 6 inches, the next thing I'm going to do is to look for the midpoint of these 6 inches, which is 3 inches. After marking out the 3 inches, on that 3 inches line that I marked out, I'm going to come out by 1.5. On that 3 inches, I'll come out by 1.5. So after marking out the 1.5 inches, then I will come to the up of our paper from the edge. What I'm going to do is I would trace it out. I'll trace it out like a curve. I'll just use my free hand to trace it out to meet that 1.5 inches we came out by. Then I'll just take it down to that 6 inches and I'm going to join it at the edge like this. Just watch what I'm doing in the video. So after tracing it out like this, you get your scissors and you're going to cut out. So after cutting out, this is what it looks like. So the next thing we are going to do is to transfer it to our fabric. So this is the fabric that we'll be using to cut out our petals. I've gone ahead to add a light interface to it so that it will give it a little bit of structure. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take our cutout paper and I'm going to place it on it and I'll pin it down so it does not shift when I'm cutting it, and I'm going to cut it out like this, as you can see me do. When cutting out, remember you'll be using 2 for 1 petal because 1 will be serving as the lining. I have 5 flower petals on each sleeve, meaning we'll be cutting out 20 in total, 10 for one, 10 for the other, because we'll be lining one with the other one. So after cutting out, this is what it looks like. So I'll cut out the remaining behind camera. So I'll take this to my sewing machine now and I'm going to sew it all around. You can see the direction of my hand. When I was done sewing, this is the outcome. I turned it inside out and I gave it a good press. Notched the side and gave it a good press. As you can see, I sew it all around. Look at the direction of my hand. I notch the side and I turn it inside out. After then, I'll bring 5 of it together. You can see the direction of my hand. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it together like this. I'll do same for the 2 sleeves. When I was done, this is what we have. I just place them together and I sew it all the way around. So the next thing I'll do is to get a strap of about 2 inches or 1.5. Then I'm going to stitch it on top of the edge of the petals. To do this, I'll fold in like 1/4 of an inch on the edge of the strap so that we can have a neat finishing before stitching it on top of the petals. After folding in, I'll place it on top of the petals. I'll take it to my machine and I'm going to sew it all the way down. I'll do the same thing at the edge. When I get to the edge, I'm still going to fold it in. When I'm done sewing it, I'll come and show it to you guys so that you guys can understand what I'm talking about. So when I was done stitching it, this is what we have. As you guys can see, you can see that this place is open. So the next thing we are going to do now is to turn it to the other side. We are going to face it downward. Then we are going to top stitch on it, leaving the middle open where we are going to pass our rope. We'll turn it, see the direction of my hand. You fold in the 1/4 of an inch at the end. You can see the way I'm doing it, and you're going to top stitch it to the other side, leaving the middle open because that is where we are going to pass our rope. Hope you guys understand. Just turn it on the other side, then you are going to top stitch on it, leaving the middle open because that's where our rope will be passing through. So when I was done sewing it, this is what it looks like. I cut out 2 long straps. I cut out these 2 long straps. I took it to my sewing machine and fold it in to make it tiny. Then I'll be using my safety pin to pass it through the channel we left open for the rope. So after inserting our rope, our flower petal is ready. So guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Hope you learned something. If you find this video helpful and you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification, comment, like, share. I'll see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching.